What's up? This is yours truly. This is Empress Chassie Wormson, aka All That Jazz, aka the Slayer, coming to you guys live with a phenomenal treat. We're going to be interviewing the phenomenal, the sensational, the dynamic, the absolutely beautiful, and super talented songstress, singer, Grammy Award winner, Tony Award winner, Ace Awards winner, Drama Desk Award winner, Image Award winner. I know it's more. I can't really think of them all right now. And the original Dream Girl, Jennifer Holliday. And she's going to be coming on to us live, not in a few minutes, but I do want to go ahead and while we're waiting for her, let's go ahead and let you guys know about my Glow Soy campaign. My Glow Soy campaign is advocating for people who are battling chronic illnesses and diseases. If you could please be a dear, go to my website, www.zebra, H is a hotel, E for elephant, E for echo, N for November, LLC.com, and sign up petition, my Gloves On petition. Also, if you like, you can purchase a 2021 Gloves On campaign calendar and or make a donation. All of these proceeds goes solely and completely 1% to and towards my Gloves On campaign. So if you all can please be a Gary and do that, I would absolutely love it. And I'm looking right now, trying to make sure that I don't miss her because she's supposed to let me know when she comes on. But make sure you guys do that. It is this Saturday on Halloween. Hey guys, you all can make money if you like. As a matter of fact, I can show you how. We have Miss Jennifer Holiday, so I'm going to hold that thought.
Hello.
Greetings. How are you, beautiful?
Thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. It's so good to see you.
Good
So
to see
great
you
to see
too.
you. And I had to make sure because I was like, oh shoot, I had to make sure the link did change, right? So I went in. I said, okay, I scheduled it, so it should change. So that's a good thing. It did change. So I'm glad about that. Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. You look so vibrant as always. You always just look so beautiful and vibrant. Yes.
Thank you.
You more than welcome. Look, guys, see this beautiful, phenomenal queen right here. I told you guys, y'all thought I was playing. Y'all thought I was playing, but now y'all got caught off guard, and y'all sitting up here looking crazy because you guys didn't believe it. But now you see for yourself. So, yes, ma'am. Well, how did you enjoy your birthday? I saw the video, and the cake is really nice, and I like how you kind of like gave a little bit about, life and everything, which, you kind of touched very small on that. But how was your birthday? Because we didn't get a
My
chance to discuss it.
yeah, my birthday was really beautiful, and a 60th birthday, that's quite a major milestone. But because I had did the virtual concert, that
Yes.
made it even more so because I I actually booked myself. It was like I booked myself to sing. So it's kind of like, it was kind of nice. It's kind of like, okay, I can't wait till the pandemic is over. I'm gonna book my own self to go do a concert.
Right. That is funny. Yeah, but hey, why not? I mean, it was so beautiful, so elegant. And the thing about it, for me, because I'm watching virtually, and I know you got a chance to watch it, right? See yourself. So it was just like so powerful though. It's like a whole audience was actually physically there. I mean, like that's what I call talent because you were as if there was an auditorium packed out for you, and you just did what you do so beautifully and so wonderfully in that scene and performed, and it was just so classy and and so serene and just I was just like my heart was melting because I
Thank
was just
you.
like,
But I
wow.
but I will admit it was very difficult not having, an audience there. And I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and you're in Georgia too. So, we're only allowed like 50 people to be in certain things because we're still in a state of emergency. So, but with the cast, I mean, with the
Right.
crew and the band and everything, I had already about 40 people. So I couldn't even really, with the team, the video teams and sound and everything, I couldn't even really invite anybody because it was just gonna be, over the limit. And
Mhm.
but that was to me the hardest part, having
Yeah.
to talk to you all as if I was just hoping I could anticipate the respond. If I'm doing what I should do, then they should be able
Right.
to feel me, across this internet. That's how I was looking at it.
Yes, and we did. And I can, and I was saying that too. I was like, I wonder how is it for her on the stage? I mean, like you didn't show, of course, any of it because you're a pro at what you do. So there was none of that showing in not one iota at all. So of course, nobody would have never known unless you told them. So it was it, but I really did just enjoy, and I'm so glad that you enjoyed your birthday. And let me tell you, you do not look nowhere near 60 years old. People always think
Thank
you're
you.
like in your 40s or something. You're late. I mean, like seriously, like I'm looking and I'm seeing you. I don't see 60 at all.
Thank
Like I
you.
or like a 38, maybe 42, if that years old. So the
Thank
Lord
you.
has been very good to you.
Yeah, I wish that I was 40 again. It was a lot of stuff that I had to learn at 40 that if I knew, I would have had a much better time in my 40s. you
It be
know,
like that,
but
right?
but at least now, especially, once we get out of the pandemic in terms of where we can get somewhat back to normal, I'm looking to do, a lot of things, in my 60s. And
Right.
just, I think this time around, I'm a very strict, disciplined person. So I
Gotcha.
think I would like to have a little bit more fun in my 60s. I would
Gotcha.
like I would like to have, but you know, and not that the discipline and being so organized, doesn't pay off because as you could tell, with my concert, you could tell everybody's like it's so, so well done. So whatever. It's like I am a stickler for details, but
Yeah.
I do think that sometimes you can be too perfect, too strict. So I think that in my 60s I would like to have a lot more fun.
Oh, I understand that. I'm a very meticulous person too, and I like to coordinate my clothing. I like for my reds to be with my reds, my blacks to be my black. I'm very detail oriented. I like for things to be organized a certain way. I want my vases to be hoisted this way so this can show to line up with that. If the picture's over here, I do that too. And I had to loosen up too because I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I don't want to be an old cat woman. I want to be married one day, so I got to loosen up. And I was just too tight, just
That's right. That's right. That's
too
right. You
rigid.
gotta
Just
gotta loosen up some. That's true.
yeah,
That's
too
how I
rigid.
feel I gotta do.
But I was raised that way too because you know, um, my mom, she used to be when she was much younger. She a little girl. She used to live on the plantation. So she was raised in a very strict, dominating environment and by strict, dominating parents because they were, unfortunately, they were slaves in certain parts of their life, times of their life. So she grew up around it. And my mom, too, experienced being a slave because she's the black sheep of the family. She's the Woodies. So she grew up with that white glove mentality. If I see any dirt on this white glove, there's going to be some issues. So I grew up being very overbearingly, you know, meticulous and rigid. So as I got older though, I got out of that when I realized I had my own place that I could just kick my shoes off and I didn't have nobody yell at me, tell me to put my shoes in the corner or put it up on the shoe rack. I didn't know what to do with myself. I got wild. I didn't get outrageous, but I realized it's okay sometimes to have your pair of shoes by the door because I like to take my shoes off by the door anyway. So yeah, I definitely understand that. But yeah, enjoy your life. Live, 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 live. Just please, I don't, look, enjoy your beautiful, wonderful life. You're a beautiful, wonderful person, and you need to enjoy your life and make your life as beautiful, wonderful inside and out as you can. So yeah, definitely do that. What I just wanted to go and ask you some questions because one of the things that with the time and error, I kind of touched base on it just a little bit during our meet and greet. But how about racism? Did you deal with a lot of racism back in that time, or how was the colorism and the racism thing for you? Did you experience it that? If so, to what extent did you experience it?
What time are you talking about?
Like when you first got into when you first started singing, when you got into Broadway at such an early age, at 18, and then you started your career. Did you experience racism, like, or you couldn't drink from this water fountain, or they didn't want you to be in certain areas because of the color of your skin? Did you deal with any of that kind of discrimination, or being turned down, or kind of like shown off for positions or opportunities because of the color of your skin?
Yeah, no, I didn't really experience any of that. Broadway, even though it's always been, you know, pretty the white way,
Right,
um, they didn't. I'll say it like this: the difference between racism, the '60s, '70s, and now, I mean, and between now is that now people are out in your face. You know what I'm saying? Or
right,
just killing our men in our face.
right,
Back in the '70s, if I did experience racism, they wouldn't tell. You know what I'm saying? It would be that closet kind of racism in the sense where um I think that no one's confronted about it. It may have been, but I didn't experience any of that. And I didn't feel that the color of my skin would have any problems or anything like that.
that's awesome. I mean, you first and foremost, you're too talented. They couldn't even pay attention to all of that. All they hearing is that gorgeous voice. They're like, we want her. I don't care. You know? So that's a great thing because I remember hearing some stories how like Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder people like they experienced some of
Well, they
things.
were before, so they're before me.
Yeah, they
I'm
was
only
before.
I'm only 60. I'm only
Yeah.
60. I'm only 60. Now Ray
Oh
Charles
yes.
and Stevie are way older than me. So now
Oh
you
yes.
now you
Yes.
done jumped to a whole nother.
Yes, I definitely, but I know that it was still going on because even when I remember some racial discrimination.
But
When
you asked me in my work though. So
yeah,
I didn't experience that in my work. And I don't really know a lot of people who experienced that on Broadway,
mhm,
especially not openly.
right,
So, you know, um, and then I was young at that time, so I don't know if I was actually afraid of things to be looking for,
got
um, racism or something.
yeah, you probably weren't even paying any attention. You were just doing what you're supposed to do. That's it. Yeah, well, that's great. I'm glad that you didn't have to deal with that because, as you say, it's real bold now. They feel they have that extra confidence and they just feel like they can just run up on you now. And no, you can't. I say, I'm just armed. Have there been any countries or any places here in the United States that you wanted to perform that you never got a chance to perform at? That you
Um, There are probably quite a few of the more exotic countries, I feel that I haven't maybe performed in, Indonesia. I have not. I've been to the continent of Asia, but I haven't been to Indonesia, and I was glad to see that I had a lot of fans watching from Indonesia for for my concert. So I would like to visit there. I
Oh,
have a lot of fans in the Philippines, so I would really like to go there as well. Hmm.
okay, awesome. Well, hopefully you'll get a chance to do it. I know you'll make it happen with your crew and stuff once, like you said, when this COVID get over and people are not afraid, of you yarning or even, sneezing.
Right,
But,
right, right.
you'll be able to, make that move. What are some of your favorite things to do? Like, what are your other talents and gifts that you have, or things that you just find yourself that you like to do? You like to design, you like to decorate, cook.
No, I don't really have. The only hobby that I have is golf.
Okay,
I would like to learn a couple of more things that are fun. I would like to have some more fun. So I'm open to learning a lot more things. Um, I do think when I retire, I would like to paint. I would
okay,
like to paint pictures, not like of people, but I love the ocean and I love sunsets and stuff like that. So I just think I would like to just paint some pictures like that, you know.
yeah. And I bet you're gonna surprise yourself. You probably be like, "Oh my gosh, I haven't hit this all this time. I had this wonderful hidden talent, and I haven't been using it." If it be like that, you start discovering things. I know it happens. I know it's my mom when she started getting older, she started realizing she has so many other gifts and talents that she didn't even know existed in her. Are you kind of adventurous? Do you think you would get on a roller coaster? Have you ever been on roller coasters, or that's not something you got to?
I like a roller coaster. It just depends on if it's not too high to go
Got
down. I mean, I think that I'm not afraid of heights, but I don't like the curving and the dipping and the whatever like that. So, so it depends, you
got
know. But for me, I mean, I plan to work for at least the next 15 years, as a singer and touring, you know, maybe I'll get an opportunity to return to do some acting because I used
yeah.
to do that. And
Right.
so, so if I could get a little bit of fun in between there, that'll be fine. Um, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I love roller coasters. I'm addicted to them, but I got this. I had to calm down. Now, when you won your very first Grammy, how was that? I can't even imagine when you won and they called your name as the Grammy to win your very first Grammy. Because how many you won? Like four or five,
I just
four
have
Grammys,
two. I just have two.
two
I
Grammys.
just have two, and the first one was really like a surprise because I was only 22 years old, and um, it was for "And I'm Telling You I'm Not Going," and
Yeah,
other people were in the category. Diana Ross was in the category. Aretha Franklin was in the category. Um, just a lot of heavyweights in there, and so for them to give it to a young, just someone with just one record, that was just amazing. That was an amazing feeling.
I know it was. You just was beside yourself, weren't you? Tell the truth. How did you after you finally got off the stage and the show was over and you made it home and you was able to like look at your actually just really put your Grammy up and just stand back and look at it. How was that moment for you? Were you still just in awe and just not in total disbelief?
No, I mean, I believed it. I mean, it happened, and I was just very, just very grateful. That's kind of, I just was very grateful. And again, to have been in a category with all of those people, all those women who I had, idolized.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that is awesome. How many awards have you won in all anyway? I mean, I know you won several other awards, but how many collectively have you won in all the
I don't know. I don't really keep up with awards, so I don't really know. I don't know. I don't sing for awards. If people give them to me, that's great. That would be amazing. But I haven't had that kind of a career
Mhm.
where you get like lots and lots of awards.
Yeah,
Mm.
gotcha. Well, you're gonna be getting back with your traveling and singing, and then your acting. So I'm quite sure we're gonna be seeing you getting more Tonys, getting more Grammys, even some Oscars and stuff. So I'm for it. I can't wait. I'm gonna be on the sideline cheering you on. I don't care. I have to do it.
Thank
If
you.
you'll walk on. I don't care if it's stormy, like they got Hurricane Zeta. I don't care. Hurricane Zebra is out there. I'm listening and I'm watching. So that's all there is to it. Um, Now you are a also philanthropist, and you do a lot of charitable work, and you use your gifts and your talent to help raise funds and awareness and highlight these charitable acts and works that you are a part of, do you mind sharing those particular organizations with everyone and letting them know how they can help and make donations or become a volunteer or anything?
Hmm. Well, I do. Uh, love giving back and helping, and but my main two, well, three, um, organizations that I focus on is mental health and depression. So any of those causes or any of those organizations that deal with that, because I suffered greatly, with depression and mental illness. And then I have multiple sclerosis. So um, uh, any of those organizations that help with that. And then my virtual concert, portion of the proceeds went to the AIDS Healthcare Foundation, and for a subsidiary called the Healthy Housing Foundation, where they provide homes for homeless families, low income families. So
Okay,
um, there are so many great causes, but usually if I have a personal um, a connection with it, then that's what draws me to it.
gotcha. I
Hmm.
understand that. And that was very noble and very brave of you to even share that because people do look at you kind of sideways sometimes where they used to, but because there's more education out there now about mental illnesses, because I know most times people when they hear mental illness, they think it's somebody who's deranged out of their mind, out here running in the street, naked or doing, just very unsavory things. But mental illnesses go so much deeper than that. And like you said, with the depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, trauma, people experience certain things in their life that can cause them to have what is considered mental illness because any type of depression, anxiety, nervousness, all of that falls under mental health. And I think a lot of people are not aware of that. So when a lot of people hear mental illness, they automatically assume that is somebody retarded, as they call it, or they need to be in a straitjacket, and it's not. Actually, that's not even really the bulk of it. It's more of depression and people who have experienced trauma in their life. So thank you for being so candid about that and sharing that experience with us. Now, this is I had to throw this in because everybody want to hear something about politics, and they always love to hear Star's opinion about it. With the direction that the United States is going, How do you feel about it, especially with the candidates that they have now for presidency? I don't think we have really a good selection, but it's just like, what do you do? You want to vote for them if you don't want Trump back in there. So, like, how do you feel about what's going on right now in America with the way the laws are and how they are pretty much been suppressing our constitutional rights?
Well, I think that it's important for everyone to vote, especially with the election coming up um, soon. And then
Yeah,
I think that we have to vote people in the other offices also, that
yeah,
have more of our like policies. I think we just always worry about just the president, but the
right.
president doesn't have as much power if they don't back him. You know what I'm saying? So who knew that the Senate really had all of that power? We should have been sending African Americans to the Senate long before now,
Exactly.
because the
That's right.
Senate have a lot of power,
A whole lot. A
and
whole.
we've just neglected that.
That's so true. And that's I've been preparing myself. Hopefully, maybe in the next few years, couple of years, a few years, I, I'm hoping I will actually be able to run for a U.S. Senate seat in the state of Georgia because I do see and I know that they do have a lot of power. And I always try to encourage people to vote in their local government because their local and state governments are, like you stated, is where the power really holds because it's like that's your livelihood. So
Right, that's right.
so you know who you want to put people in there that you want to see, and if you feel like you can't put people in there who you want to see, then become the people you want to see in those positions. That's why I've been prepping myself for about the last 3 years to go and run for Senate. And I've been studying, I've been doing a lot of research. I got back in school to get my degree because you know there's certain things that you have to have in order to become a Georgia State Senate. So I've been working to get in one of those positions so that we're in a position to run, at least to be accepted and become a candidate because we have to most definitely change our local government. They just doing too much right now. These leaders in our local governments. Uh, I always I was raving about this last time, but not as much. But your skin. What skin regimen do you use? Your skin is like so beautiful. You just use probably water and some shea butter, don't you? Something simple. Tell the truth.
Well, it's almost as simple as that. Just keep it moisturized, and make
Mm,
sure that you take that makeup off. If you wear makeup every day, just really wash your face really, really good. Get it all out.
mm-hmm.
And I use a gentle exfoliator um, every once a week to keep that dead skin off. And then
Yeah.
that's it. Really just basic simple. You don't even need a lot of money. You could get stuff from Walgreens, CVS, wherever they sell products, as long as you're consistent. You have to be consistent though.
Right.
Just do the same thing every day.
Yeah, that's true. But your skin is like so radiant. I'm just like, I was looking even when you were on stage because the lights are like really, really there. And then when we did our meet and greet, that's why I was looking like that. I was just like, I'm like that. I don't know what it. I try to catch myself because my son he gets on me about like he's like, Mom, and I'm like, what? He's like, why you look at people like that? You know, what make people uncomfortable. I'm like, I'm just looking at these skin. He said, well, you should be a dermatologist then because you always looking at people's skin stuff. People are taking it the wrong way. You just staring at them like that. But I don't know what it is. I just have a fascination with people's skin. So I do. I have a tendency to just stare at people's skin. So I do have to work on that. I want to make people uncomfortable. Um, Now, with the music industry being so, oh my gosh. it's all over the place right now to me, the music industry and hip hop. Well, R&B. I want R&B, jazz, blues. Trying to bring that more back to the forefront because I think with a lot of the hip hop and rap, it's it's kind of like taking. I don't know. It's just the whole energy of music now has shifted, even with the neo soul, because you know that's where they mix the R&B with the hip hop and the jazz with the hip hop and stuff. So, they're taking a landslide. What do you have any advice or any kind of constructive criticism for anybody in the music industry or any of what is your take and your opinion about the music industry nowadays?
Actually, I think that this is the one of the best times for the music industry because you have so many ways to get your music to your fans. You can develop a following with that. You don't need a record company. You don't need a lot of money. Um, so you can put out a record on iTunes. You don't need a whole album. You can just do one song, or you could do an EP, three or four. The thing is, though, um, how do you get a following? And not like right now with this pandemic, you can't have an audience or anything, so you can't even play, small clubs or anything like that.
Right.
But for the most part, this is kind of like one of the best times for all genres of music because all you have to do is find your fans and build your base. And where back in the day, if a record company didn't like you or if certain people don't, they could leave your whole project on the shelf. You wouldn't even get a chance, This
Yeah.
way you can fight for yourself. You can just put your music out, have an opportunity to be heard, and yeah, you could sell your music not only on iTunes, but you could sell your music on your website. It's just a lot you could do now for independent, to get yourself there.
Yeah, that's true. That's really really true. And so music artists, inspiring music artists that are out there, just as she's saying, is promoting is so key too. Because I know a lot of them don't feel like they have to promote. They just put up a song and expect people to like. You have to keep pushing and reposting and reposting and reposting. They can set it up. They actually have a feature. I know they have it on Facebook and on Instagram where you can just schedule your posts and it'll just post for whatever that say you post around the clock, however many hours, segments you set it for. So yeah, that's great advice, and it's true. The music industry now it is more flexible for aspiring music artists to get their music out there. It's just it's like a lot of the music to me, it's not quality though. It's like a lot of it sounds alike. I listen and it's like it's really hard for me to and I'm a music junkie. Oh my goodness, I am such a music junkie. But it's like I can't even get into the groove of the music because it just seems like a lot of it is repetition. It's like too many artists are trying to sound alike instead of having their own unique style or being themselves. They're trying to do what's popular or what they think is popular versus just having their own style. So what do you see that, or do you feel that's something that you see in the music industry or with inspiring artists? Do you feel that it's a trendy type of thing for some?
Uh, no, I really don't. I just think that, I mean, I know a lot of people complain about, this is trendy or this is that or whatever, but there's a lot of room for everything and for everybody. And that's why I feel that even someone like myself at this age and everything is kind of like the sky is the limit. So you have to build that fan base though, you
Oh
know.
yeah,
Mhm.
that's so true. Yes, the sky is definitely the limit, and I'm just sitting here still trying to process this in my mind that I've actually been able to have an exclusive interview with the phenomenal Jennifer Holliday. This is just so amazing. And me personally, I didn't win, especially when it's like my very first interview with someone. I don't get too personal with them, ask them about personal stuff too much. But you were, you kind of touched on a little bit of things. And any charity or event that you have for charity or whatever, I'll be more than glad to come out and support because I definitely understand with mental illness. I actually struggle with them myself, so I do understand the battle with it, and also the biasness and the misunderstanding and misinterpretation of it. So I'm definitely there for you. I do advocacy work, so whenever you have concerts or anything, I would be more than glad to be there in full support and however capacity I'm able to.
Thank you.
Yes, you're more than welcome. Is there anything else that you would like to share, or any advice, or just words of encouragement, or anything you would like to give
Well,
to the audience?
um I think that more than anything right now is that people need to understand that even though it's we're in a time of uncertainty and that we don't we could be afraid and it's going to get worse before it gets better, but
Yeah,
I tell people that hope has not been canceled, meaning that you've got to hold on to that to get yourself through these next several tough months, into the new year, because that's what they keep warning us, that the COVID cases are on the rise and winter's coming and that it's going to be tough. But I'm worried about people mentally, what it's going to do to them
hmm,
to have to be inside and not um, get a chance to do certain things or see their friends or their families during this time with the holidays coming. So that's going to make a lot of people very sad and depressed. And so I want people to try to fight for themselves, in while they're inside, or just keep telling themselves that they've got to be determined to
right,
make it. So you got to be determined to get through this pandemic until they can get a vaccine or some therapeutics that if you get it, you can take the medicine and um, have a fighting chance that it won't mean that if you get COVID, you're going to die. So I
right,
think that, you know, just everyone just really mentally dig in, start telling yourself some affirmations and things like I am strong, I am at peace,
yes,
I am determined, I am hopeful, I am God's child, things that will try to help you to survive, what's ahead. So I think I'm just worried about everyone's mind, and that they
yes,
do not give in to the darkness, to the despair, to the sadness, to hopelessness, to just got to be determined to make it. And that means mentally every day it'll be a battle of your mind, and you
right.
have to keep fighting. you know
That's so true. And that's excellent, excellent advice and such encouragement because, I have seen where people who do not even have or have not been diagnosed with mental illnesses or mental health issues have been snapping. They just have lost their mind doing some of the most, you know, un, unthinkable things. So yeah, you definitely the sanity part, and it's just like we as humans we don't like to stay in because we feel like caged animals. We want to be loose But yeah, that is so definitely true. The affirmations and keeping a positive mindset in spite of, and be creative. Be creative with your inside environment. You know, you like the outdoors, and if you can just go out on your patio or in your front yard or your backyard or whatever, just try to make that environment the environment that you want to be at outside. You know, if possible, it's not going to cost too much money or be too messy or causing housing code violations. you know. But yeah, that's wonderful. Can you please let us everybody know how they can follow you and how they can also download your music? I have all your songs. I have like all of them, but it wouldn't let me play them because of copyright, and so it wouldn't let me play them. So I was like, come on, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, well, as you know, I'm on Instagram, Jennifer
Right.
Holliday Dream Girl. Holiday has two L's in it, two N's in Jennifer, and then just Dream Girl, one word. And then I'm on Twitter, and that's Lady J Holiday, just the initial J and then Holiday. And then I am also on Facebook, just Jennifer Holiday, official, with two L's. And so, yeah, so, you know, follow me. I am not on all the time, but I do try to at least post, something consistently.
Gotcha. Yes, and we actually follow each other on Twitter. We started following each other on Twitter first, and then we were like, "Oh, we follow each other on Twitter. Okay, Instagram." We like me. I had been away from social media for so long. When I explained to you, I was going through like my healing and stuff. So it had been like several years since I had been on social media. So I was like everything was like brand new. I came back and they had all this extra stuff, and I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? I'm like a kid in the toy store. I'm like clicking and playing around with it and stuff. Like, yeah. So you guys make sure you follow Miss Jennifer Holiday. Put her link in the description. And those who are on the other pages, because that's something I did too. I don't know if it how it shows or if it shows, but I posted this live in other groups, in Facebook groups as well. I did a watch party, so I don't know. I can't see really all the viewers and stuff like that. But any case, you guys can always play it back. Y'all can share it, create your own watch parties on your pages, and share this wonderful interview with the lovely Jennifer Holiday. And she's just such a beautiful soul. Please support mental illness if you have anybody in your family that, or if you just want to do it, just do it. But do something to help others. Don't be self-centered and self-involved that you forget that the world do not revolve around you. To help others in some form or fashion. Yeah. So that's anything else that you want to say or share with anybody, with the audience, with everyone. Give me some constructive criticism or whatever, because I can.
No, that's all. That's all. I'm glad that we got a chance to have this time together and just be well, stay safe, and hold on and stay strong. Okay.
Yes, yes, you too. And it's a pleasure. And we'll be linking up again. I can't wait till you have your next concert. I'm going to surely be there. Hopefully, I can be there physically. But if I have to be there virtually, I'll be there virtually. Don't matter.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good night and take care. Be safe, okay?
Okay. You too. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm telling you, y'all thought I was playing. And you know what? I don't know why people think it's gonna be playing. I don't play games. I am a good and grown woman, okay? I got time to play with y'all. Told you guys we're gonna have the lovely Jennifer Holiday doing a live exclusive interview. And I'm gonna be honest, for some reason I was kind of shy and nervous, and I don't understand why, but I was. And there are people that make comments, and I'm so sorry I could not see the comments while I was actually doing the interview. Miss Cassandra Calloway, I'm so upset. Oh, I showing me my messages. OMG. Cassandra, you're going to have to help me with this StreamYard because I discovered that you use it too. And I realized, I was like, oh, we're using it. We use the same stream. I couldn't see my messages, my comments. I'm upset. I'm hot. Yes. Yes, she did. She performed so wonderfully. Yes. She's one of my favorite artists too. She really is. Yes, it is quite an honor. Yes, it is, Queen. It's my mom, Rose Callahan. Thank you. Thank you, Shatima. Probably so, yeah. Probably so, Shatima, because you know it was colorism back then too, you know, and it still is with us, like the with Good Times, and the actress they have playing as Thelma is light skinned, but Thelma is my complexion, and I'm just like, why are you guys always want to switch it up and make, you know, and me being a average melanin person, when I say things like that, it makes it seem like, oh, she's just hating on light skinned people. No, I'm not. I'm being realistic. They do that a lot. They will always want to put the enriched melanin people to the back side and back burner, and then put the lighter complexion women and especially women. The men, not so much, but particularly the women, they always want to definitely highlight the women. Thank you, Melissa. Love you too, sis. Yes, it will. Faith definitely will just through this crazy mess. Thank you, Fatima. Yeah, I have on this, and listen, guys. This is Tima's accessories, the necklace and these fly earrings, these bomb earrings I have. These are so beautiful. This chandelier drop earrings. I got these for Shatima. My eyeshadow is from Feisty by Wisdom. Some of it's by Feisty by Wisdom. Some is from L'Oreal. Um, this dress, I don't even remember what the dress is from somewhere. And I got this shawl from Ross. Um, my ex bought it for me. Thank you. My hair done by Renata of NBI Salon in Decatur, Georgia. And thanks to my mom and my son for always being so supportive of me, letting me completely take them out their comfort zone and take over all of the common spaces in the household to set up my studio. They can't even come and watch television in the living room. They have guests come because I don't took over everything. But yeah, so I appreciate everybody. Thank you, supporters, to every single supporter, all of my friends, all of my Facebook. I like to call you all my those who are not direct personal friends. Y'all are my social media family. Thank you all so much for taking time out your schedule to watch my interview with the sensational Jennifer Holliday. She is such a beautiful and sweet soul. Um, Shatima be trying to tempt me with jewelry, but I've been resisting. I've been liking and saying I like stuff, but I am so proud I have not bought anything. I did not give into temptation because she be trying to tempt me with all this jewelry. I am going to rebuke it. I rebuke the jewelry, Shatima. I am not going to your website, okay? I'm not going to be Lord and give it to my lust for those jewelry. I'm not going to keep doing it. I'm not. You are not going to be entrapping me like this. Okay? I do it. But I am going to get some jewelry if I need to. Don't be putting your website link in there. I know your website link. Stop trying to tempt me. Didn't I say lead me not to temptation? What did the Bible say about tempting your sistering and your brothering? You are not supposed to be tempting your sistering and your brothering, okay? And you're doing the total opposite. I rebuke it. Oh yeah, I've been on your website. You know, I signed up. I have an account and everything. Mm-hmm. I been did that. I did that a long time ago, last year. Let me see. Yeah, they probably would have. I'm quite sure. Yeah, I'm quite sure. Stop laughing at me, Shatima. Quit laughing at me. Ain't having stop done. But I really do appreciate you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. I was trying to put her music in, um, but I can add the music, but it kept blocking for some reason. It kept saying something about copyright, and I'm letting them know I have permission, but they were asking for some type of register or what. I don't know how other people have been able to put music in. So I should have maybe just asked her to sing something right quick, sing something live for you guys. But yes, thank you, Shatima. Yeah, feel I feel pretty good today, and I'm so grateful to job that I actually feel really good today because I was not yesterday. Yesterday was a really rough day, and the day before that. So to have a really good day, because I was like, Lord, please don't let me be sick. When I had to interview this phenomenal person, like Lord, please, this legend in the music industry and Broadway, or this Grammy Award winner and Tony Awards winner, a phenomenal actress and singer. I'm like, Lord, please don't let me get sick. And whatever was going on yesterday, it dissolved itself today. So I'm grateful to that. Now, whatever happens after that, as long as I'm able to get back on here on Saturday at 8 p.m. on Instagram, we're having our singing contest with Melissa Rose. Y'all see Melissa Rose right there, her onesies, um, onesies with M Rose on Instagram. Y'all see the post and stuff on my page or whatever, and you can sing karaoke. If you sing karaoke and you win, you get $50. If you sing karaoke and you wear a Halloween onesie, you wear a Halloween onesie, and you win, then you get an extra addition. I'm going to add a bonus to it, but I'm going to tell y'all what it is. And I can tell y'all how much it is. You would do something with your slave, okay? Thank you, Shatim. I was so nervous. That I'm serious. I was fidgeting. I was trying so hard to play it up because I didn't want stuff falling. Things was in my lap, and I didn't want it to fall. So I was just like, "Oh God, please!" I was like, "Help me," because I got my journal. I had my journal with my questions and stuff in it, and I was just like fidgeting. Oh, in this journal, this is a customized journal with a magic ink pen. It's um, a 7-piece set because I have 3 ink pens. I have 3 journals, different size, large, medium, small, 3 ink pens, and excuse me, a ring holder. But when you write, I know for me when I'm writing, the rings get in my way if you want to take them out. Normally you just put them to the side, but it has a pen with a ring holder, so you just put the ring holder on. But this was designed by Regimen, um, .com with the lovely Brenda Manning Johnson, and she's very, very talented. She created this for me, customized it for my birthday. I'm gonna open it up so you all can see the detail in it. And then she has my name on the outside because I wanted my name. So my name, Empress Chaz. Y'all see that? It's on the outside. And these are the pins. This is one of the 3 pins that she customized and made for me. But these are my birthday colors. These are actually some of my favorite colors. And I really appreciate it. So thank you all so very much for watching again. And just go, and please visit the website, my website, www. Let me type it in for you guys. That'll be easier. I'm going to type in my website so you guys can go to my website. Let me go to banner. And I'm going to add an extra banner in here if you let me. Let me see. I don't know if it'll let me add an extra banner. Maybe I can put this. I'm gonna see where this one show up at. Okay. Show? Y'all see? Okay, so let me try this one. Wait a minute. Show. What is this thing doing? Ah, hide. Okay, there we go. So let me try this one and let me see what this is. I can edit this banner up here. Sandra Calloway. I appreciate you guys. Y'all been, I'm telling you, you all are, y'all give me so much strength and so much hope in life. Y'all give me so much encouragement without even realizing how much encouragement y'all be giving me. Y'all give me so much encouragement. So let me see. Is it showing? You guys see the website? There we go. There we go. www.cheenllc.com. You guys can go to that website, and everything is pretty much on the homepage. Like my Gloves On campaign with me advocating for people with chronic illnesses and diseases, my design company, any upcoming events, contests, etc., interviews, all of that will be featured on the homepage, and then you can actually just click on the flyer of the homepage, and when you click on that flyer, it'll actually direct you to the proper web page or to the website or whatever you need to go to sign up, participate, watch, buy tickets, or whatever the case may be. Okay. So without further ado, people, I'm about to get up here and take off these shoes. These shoes. Oh yeah, yeah. To my sister. Let me tell you guys. My sister, one of my sisters, she's in South Carolina, and I have to give her a shout out because she came down here more than, let me see, it's been about a decade ago. I told y'all I am like clicking on stuff, and she bought me these shoes. I'm gonna show y'all these shoes. I got to show y'all these shoes from Baker's, honey. Y'all see this? Y'all see that right there? Boy, those things pretty, right? As you can even see from the bottom, I barely wear them. That's why they're not even scuffled. But, and then I like to take care of stuff too. But yeah, she bought me these shoes, honey. That's what I had on. I'm taking them off now. Not because my feet are hurting, but it's because the way I'm sitting in this chair and the way I'm bracing my foot on this stool, it makes me feel that way. Thank you, Queen. Thank you, Shatima. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, ladies. Thank you guys so very much. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do, taking off these shoes right now. And I thank you again for watching. And you guys come out to any events that we're going to be having in hopefully by spring of next year, because again, they still have these restrictions, and like the legendary Jennifer Holliday was stating, you can only get like 50 people in there, and that's including, your staff and your DJs, the security. About time you just get the people there that need to operate and run the event, you don't have no space, no time. There's no room for actual guests, patrons. So, it's like a waste of money. You lose a lot of money, which is fine. It's just a charitable, event and stuff because people can make donations. But people want to come out, they want to engage, they want to be able to socialize and do social mixers and stuff. And we can't social mix with these restrictions. So that is a problem. You said take a picture. Yeah, I'm gonna take my pictures. I be doing my little bootleg photo shoots and stuff. Yeah, I'm doing my little bootleg photo shoot and get it taken care of. But you guys create your watch party, share this interview on your page with your family, your friends, and I'm glad that you talked about mental illnesses because mental health, there's mental illness and there's mental health. Mental health and mental illnesses are kind of the same, but at the same time different because mental health is your mentality, your mind, your spirit, your emotion, your soul and stuff. So you just got to, you have to break it down and spoon feed it to some people because society has made people feel like when you say mental health, they think you're retarded, you're psychotic, you're popping Prozac and all these other pills and stuff like that to help you stay sane when that's not the case. So anyway, I'm gone. God bless, one love, peace. Mwah. Love you guys so much. You guys have a safe night. Please be careful because the wind is blowing. I hear it howling. Hurricane Zeta is still acting a fool, acting like she ain't got no freaking sense, and she's blowing up a storm literally around here. So I'm gonna shut down and go ahead and take out all of this, put on my gown, and get my nice hot chocolate or some hot green tea. That's what I do. Some hot green tea with some lime in it, and I'm going to just sit back and watch a couple of movies, and then I'm going to sleep. Y'all let us love. Yep.